Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
Alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Welcome to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
Yo, you got me thinking. I'm rolling with the Black Lincoln
in the morning.
Collective Podcast. Kiss my ass. I don't care. It's your boy Freddie. Parker's on the bike with Allan on the board.
Allan's on the bike as well.
On that word. And also Allan on the board.
I like that actually. Let's go on a rabbit.
Let's go already.
And now, let's start the band show.
I know I was going to rap at the beginning of the show.
Hey, welcome to the show, ladies and gents.
We were going to talk about the presidents.
64.
That's the problem.
One we're on.
We're on 63.
63.
So, welcome to the 63rd edition of the Lincoln Collective Podcast. That's the problem, Fred. Is like we were talking about freestyle rapping. Yeah. Anytime I rap, like I'm so tragically white, and it turns into like a theme song or something. So like even if I say something mean, it always turns out like, all right, fellas, here we go. We're gonna go bang some hoes. Like it can't. It always sounds like Grimace or somebody saying, you know. Like, I took my gat, shot him in the head. Now that homie, he is dead. Hey, what the heck? So you don't have to say the N word for a second, did you, Brad?
No, I knew you weren't going there.
That scares me. That's
the last time you did it.
That reason.
The last time I did it.
The last time I did it was never. I'm not getting canceled for that. I didn't do that. I got to draw the line.
So I saw something funny. Like this lady was like, Alexa, play in Paris. I'm black. I can say it. She said, Alexa, play Paris.
You can say N-word.
Yeah, you can. She said it back to her. She was like, niggas in Paris featuring Jay-Z and Kanye West. And then she was like, say, Alexa, say, what was this? Fuck You by CeeLo. Yeah. F asterisk you. And she was like, what the fuck? And she did it like several songs. Yeah, several songs.
So can you like change Alexa's voice to have like a black person voice so that it's okay?
Well, they did do that with like Samuel Jackson, like one time.
Well, see, then it's like
pay for it. Yeah, to pay for it. Yeah, then you wanted to say it.
Pay for it. Well, Samuel Jackson got to make his money, man. He ain't
right. That's a lot to do. Like to say every word in the English. Like, how do they do that? Every word in the English. How do you do that? But I mean,
well, you say a lot of stuff. Like the most. Yeah. So you're gonna say the most, like probably what the top 200 words, because realistically.
200?
And then you'll say all the sounds. So like you go and you say the sounds, and then they can, like, if they have to, they can condense it and put it together. Like, but I mean, most of the words, the thing about it is like 99% of the words, there's never going to be a song called Skibble Bop Magoo or something. You know what I mean? Like, and now well, see, but that was already a word.
Magoo.
Magoo.
I don't know, man. Like, I'm just saying, like, you can't. It's got to be so, you don't have to say every word in the English language, because every word in the English language is not realistically going to be used. So you'll hear some things that are like, it sounds like a robotic version of Samuel L. Jackson saying it, because that's them like slapping.
The average person speaks around 5,000 words a day.
Yeah, but I'm not the average person, Fred.
Yeah, you are. You the average is this.
I'm the average on the show. Not when it comes to speaking, though. Unfortunately, if you can't hear my voice, which is shot all to crap, right. I have spoken way too much lately.
Like, it's crazy for me.
Part of being a motivational speaker.
I work by myself outside. So,
right. So you're talking, you got a great audience all day.
Yeah. I might go through 5,000 words in my head.
And you don't write any of them down.
Yeah, I don't write none of them down. I don't write that shit down. I freestyle comedy just like I rap. Both of them whack.
Both of them really aren't that great, fella.
Yeah.
But well, Fred, I understand. It's hard. And then that's the thing. So you work by yourself.
Right.
You work with machines of sorts, right?
Yeah, some not like
sort of
machines.
Sort of just
like
yes.
Yes, machines.
Yes, I
work with machines.
Exactly. Perfect. So do I. Fred, let me tell you one machine that I'm ready to destroy before it takes over the world. And it's
the fleshlight?
Really
no.
I don't know. It could take over the world. It would only take over half the world tops. And even then, like,
but women can flip it around and use the other end.
Is that a thing, really?
I mean, anything's a different one. If you're brave enough.
You can imagine it different enough. Yeah, I've heard that before. No, there's a pandemic. There's an epidemic, Fred.
What's
going on at your local grocery store? And that is those fucking whatever they are, like the robot checker outers.
Robot
where you have to like you go to the grocery store, and everything is self-service.
Yeah,
I despise that.
Yeah,
Walmart has that though.
Yeah, Walmart.
Our grocery store just got bought out, like my local grocery store.
Yeah,
and the new one came in, and when they came in, they took the self-checkout away.
Good.
And they've been there for almost a year now. Now it's back.
Bring it back. Yeah, see.
Yeah, now it's back. Yeah,
dirty.
There's one place that doesn't do it.
Where?
I don't want to sponsor them, but Ingles.
No, I'll rep
Ingles don't.
They have Ingles got them prices. Eat our meat. Ingles.
Pottersville it does.
They do it in Pottersville?
I mean, there's nothing wrong with having the self-checkout because if you get one or two things, like that's the whole point of it. But only having the self-checkout is ridiculous.
Yeah, man.
Because I didn't come and pay all this money for these groceries to bag them myself. I've already got it. I already picked them out.
Yeah.
Now I paid for them. Now I got to put them in the bag and then take them home and take them out of the bag. That's ridiculous.
So, a cool thing that I just noticed, like me and my wife went to Sam's Club. It was like first time I ever been to Sam's Club. Been to Costco, but it's been a while ago. I can't go back.
But I can't go back. So
I got my face
now.
I'm famous. I got my face right there on the building.
Yeah.
But like she can go around with her phone and scan what she has, and then go through like. I don't know, it's like an x-ray thing or something, but she can go through there, boom, it's paid for. It rings it all up.
Yeah.
And she's got the card on her phone. So
I think they have that at Whole Foods too, but
do that. Yeah, I did see that Amazon was doing that.
Yeah, it's an Amazon thing, but it's like it's like their way of like, hey, you're gonna you like scan it or whatever, or it like
see, it's just too many cameras in there for me.
Why not? Yeah, see, that's the thing. Let me tell you who invented that shit, Fred.
That's 100
white
cameras.
people.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because as no person of color would be like, I feel comfortable enough to walk around the store and just walk the fuck out. No big deal.
I want to see. Yeah, you're talking about the store, like the idea.
The idea.
The honor system.
We could just get in there and just take the stuff and walk right out. It'll just scan us on the way out, Johnson. And they're like, yeah, of course, that's a great idea.
They did us. We had at one of the jobs I worked at, they had a cafeteria at first. You know what I'm saying? They would have people come in and cook food for you. You could buy it. So they fired those people and then like redid the whole lunchroom to the honor system. Like all the stuff was just sitting there. You know what I'm saying? We had a power outage. Yeah, we had a power outage. We had a power outage one night, and like people was just like, "Oh my god, it was ridiculous."
But
people
that's the thing.
Ice cream in their book bags, like.
Well, people do that. That's the thing. People are only as honest as they feel like they're being watched.
Right, exactly.
Like as soon as they feel like I can get away with this, most people, not everybody, but people are let me say this, people are more likely to do it if they know they can get away with it.
Right, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And if there's other people doing it, then they're like, well, that dude's doing it.
That dude's doing it, yeah.
Must be, whatever.
Yeah. I don't know, man. That shit, Dave.
That's what's hard about being a parent, though, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, I can't do that. Like, I can't be like, all right, son, so if shit goes down, just do what you got to do to survive. Like, I'd be like, no, if you know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody else is stealing grapes, grapes too. Run.
Get some grapes too.
Just make sure one person's slower than you. That's Follow the fat one out the store. That's his dad. And then run in the opposite direction because I'll grab your ass. Take you with me.
Trip him up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's what they say. You know, like you don't have to be faster than a tiger. You just have to be faster than like the slowest dude. Yeah. So and then you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Like I said, that's a very. I've never been like I think about it is I feel like if I like was dirty, like underhanded and stole shit, like when I could, and I did. Now don't get me wrong, when I was a kid, you know, I tried,
right,
and I was semi-successful.
I did it.
So
I did it. I was good when I was young.
I did it, but I was not. Like being honest, I
always wanted the steal shoes. Like from Foot Locker, be like, "Hey man, let me try those shoes on."
Perfect.
Like you see
that's been a really. Did you see that happen in not Foot Locker, but did you see that happen in Greenville? Just this past week, some dude went in with the old like to a jewelry store and was like, "Oh, can I try that necklace that $20,000 necklace on?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, okay." He put it on and out the door. And that happens all the time. Like that's a risk though. That's a risk you gotta take.
That's it.
Like it's hard to be a jewelry person, man. Because I mean, anybody could do that. And you see like the people who prank it, where they're like, "Oh,
oh,
you thought I was just they run out anyway."
You know,
he took off, huh?
But they tell you like if like when you work in retail and shit like that,
just let them go.
Let them go. Don't chase them down. Don't try.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. Like I get it. Don't chase them down for like, you know, a 99-cent burrito and like, you know what I'm saying? Like a fountain drink, but like a $15,000 necklace. Like,
but bro, you are just an employee.
Well, yeah, no, I get that.
All that shit is insured, man. I wouldn't chase that. Yeah, it's insured.
Yeah, tell
me.
I don't know how all that works. I know I'm an employee, and that's not good. Fred's unplugged himself from the Matrix.
I've been unplugged. That's the bad part. Yeah, I mean, you can hear me, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. You sound the same as always. You sound great.
I've never shoplifted.
No, I can't.
No, you never shop. I shoplifted when I was a kid and I got caught. I never it scared the butt out of me.
My mom, and I felt bad and told her.
That's the one crime that Allan's like, now listen, I've done a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I cannot stand the thought of stealing a pack of gum.
Yeah, no. I've done a lot of things.
I remember I used to go to like this was early 90s. I was probably like 15, 16. And I had went to Walmart, like it was wintertime. No, it was Kmart. And one time I had to walk, so I had a big puffy jacket on. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And I went in and I stole some cassette tapes. Like, and you remember the big long security?
Oh yeah, the holders.
Yeah. So I like had stuck them in my sleeves of my jacket. Yeah. And I had stuck two down in there. And like the dude, I caught the dude saw me. Yeah, he was peeping me. So I was like, oh shit, I gotta put it back. And I put the two back that I had in my coat and I walked out the door. And he was like, hey, I saw you. You better be glad you put it back and you've been in jail. I was like, yeah, I know, man. I'm sorry. I won't do it no more. And I left. And I was like,
got your ass. I fought the law and I won.
I was terrible. I was a terrible child.
Dude, yeah. When I was like 12, I stole baseball cards, you know, because I love baseball. And I would have got away with it. I stopped behind. No, it wasn't for the kids. It wasn't for me being a kid. If I wouldn't have stopped, I stopped behind the store to open them up. So that was my bad.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Should have got offside. That was my mistake. I couldn't help it. I was riding high, baby. I stole 5 packs of baseball cards.
Yeah, at least get to eat the gum.
No,
first.
Mom kicked my ass before.
Dude.
Yeah, dude, it was terrible. I think I was like, I was shut down for like a year. Like she's like, you're not going anywhere. You can't do anything.
For baseball cards.
You really like baseball cards too much.
Yeah.
Like they were like, you can never come back in Kmart ever again.
King Griffey Jr. rookie card.
No, it's just like, I don't give a shit about your life. But no, dude. But yeah, they're like, you can never come back to Kmart ever. And like for like a couple of years, I was like, oh man, I can't ever go back to Kmart. And then I'm like, wait a minute. I feel like I can go back to Kmart. Like, and I did. And guess what? I didn't get arrested.
Is it this Kmart or is it like all of
Like all, and how would
yeah.
just like Cocaine Bear? How does Cocaine Bear know that it was Enrique Sanchez's cocaine? When do bears even understand ownership?
It was
ownership
stamp,
of property.
It was a stamp with an ES on
I'm just saying. How can a bear read, Fred?
it. Hey, that's
I'm just saying.
He's
dude,
smarter than the average bear.
We talked about that. He's higher than the average bear. Yeah. He's much more on edge than the average bear. Great pitch. I was thinking about that last week, and I was like, "This show, I got to watch this movie because, like, there's just I have to know. There's so many questions that I feel like aren't going to be answered.
Maybe like the plane crashed and the cocaine fell out of and hit the bear. Like just,
and so it made the bear angry. Did a bunch of cocaine.
Now, man, it just numbed him up. He was all numb.
Yep.
And then
and he's like, I'm gonna go get that guy.
He heard the woodpeckers in the trees, and they was going. He started partying.
When I was a kid, I guess they were doing a drug run in the northern part of the island, and they were getting caught, and they dropped all the money, and it went ashore, and by this community, and they were trying to figure out where the money went, and they were like, "Well, we don't know where the money went." And they had mink coats. And they're like, "We don't know where the money went."
I don't know where that shit at. You know what I mean? I don't know.
The 80s, so they had.
I don't know none of that shit is.
Yeah. Now, security, get him out of here.
Yeah, get his ass out of here.
Johnson, get him out of here. He's like, we should have just had him Venmo us the money.
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
I remember
the Fred.
Fred,
I gotta tell you the story, man.
Okay.
It's a weird one. But the Black Lincoln Collective, Fred, and I know you're aware of this already, so I'm just telling the story for the listeners at home. The Black Lincoln Collective made some love happen this week, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, that's right. Oh, very sweet. Oh, Fred Allen's no noise from Allan. Oh, there you go. Not that kind of love, Allan. Sweet. Not like dirty Black Lincoln Collective love.
That's some dirty sticker. That's some.
This is like the sweet, like, hey, we love each other. So no, what happens is I order. So I do. I work in marketing, and obviously because everywhere we have 50,000 listeners a week. Because of my abilities and skills.
Hey,
I assume.
Yeah.
But I assume we have 50,000. I just don't look at the numbers. It's way easier that way. I just make it up.
Hey,
based on the number of tweets. 0 means 50,000.
For every 0, it means
50,000 people. Right? And if we get 1, it's going to be 350,000.
Yeah.
No, but so I ordered some prints. And when they got to me from my distributor, they were not mine. It was like a stretched canvas, like an art piece. And it was like these people, and it was very obviously for a wedding because I was like, oh my God, it's got like a date on it. It's like a canvas. It was one of those things, like they sign nowadays. Everybody makes you sign that you were there instead of like a guest book. You sign like a picture and they put it in their house. Yeah, and they're like, 5 years later, they're like, why do we still have this up? But anyway, because it was so special back then, and they're like, "Fuck you too, Dave." But anyway, so I was like, "Holy shit, this is like somebody's wedding," and the wedding was on Friday. Was this past Friday?
Oh,
yeah, and I was like, "Oh crap!" So I looked it up. I was like, "All right, time to be like internet super spy." Yeah. So I looked up their name. It was Fred. This was a very complicated process that I went through. First, I looked at the name that was on there. And then I looked at the date that was on there and I typed them in, and the shit popped right up. Right up. And I was like,
amazing.
I'm a ninja. I'm a hacker, bro.
Yeah, hacker man.
And so I looked the dude up and I found him and I sent him a message. I'm like, bro, you're like, or fella, congratulations on getting married. Sorry to ruin your wedding. But I'm like, 14 and a half hours away from you.
Wow! So this was like out of state.
Yeah, out of the country. He lives in Toronto, Ontario, Canada.
Oh shit!
Right, but it's only a 14-hour drive. So
you make that.
Yeah, I was like, if you want to invite me to the wedding, I'll just drive it up there this weekend.
I'll drive it up there. Hey, throw me $1,000. Shit.
Yeah, but I'm not. It was a
Throw me $1,000. I get there at 12.
So he was like, "Oh no, man! Like this wedding has been real rough." And I was like, "Well, you know what, buddy? We're gonna send it back to you. I'm gonna send it to you from my work, and like we're gonna take care of you." And then I looked at the prices, and I did not send that shit. It was $450. It was $450 to get it there in time. So I was like, "Dude, you need to contact the company and get them to give you another one." But because he was able to get ahead of them, because they were lying, they didn't know. So they told him it was still in production. So he was like not aware of it.
Yeah.
So when I told him, he was like, "Oh shit, I got to get on their ass about it because I need it in like 2 days."
Yeah.
And that's what I was saying, like to 2-day air something to Canada, which is,
was $4.
$400. And he's like, "Dude, that's ridiculous." And I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm not paying."
Yeah.
Like, I was trying to be nice. And so then my boss was like, "Why don't we just send it to him?" And I'm like, "Dude, it was $450 to send it to him." And he was like, "Oh, well, I see why we didn't send it to him." So now what we're going to do instead is I'm going to get a silver Sharpie, and everybody at my work is going to sign it. And we're going to slap like $100 gift card in there and send it to his ass.
Yeah, we're going to send it
like regular mail.
Yeah, regular mail.
For no fucking reason, because he got another one. So like he got one. I called the company and they're like, "Yeah, we took care of it."
But that'll be cool though. Like he'll have like a keepsake.
Oh, I was like, that's so funny that like why the
pictures, like y'all should take a picture and put yourselves in there too.
We're gonna make sure
you guys were at the wedding, like
yeah. With the little, how they got the little stick hats and the stick mustache.
No. Yeah. So my neighbor made one of those. My neighbor made. So I've been watching my neighbor up the road.
You've been watching him, man?
Not watching him. Like,
through the
like
windows.
Not like Jeffrey Dahmer shit or whatever. I don't even watch that show.
I haven't watched. Yeah, everybody's been talking about it too.
I feel like we should do a reaction video to it because I feel like it's gross and like it's gonna make me feel nasty.
Hey, we could do episode 1.
I don't want to.
Okay. What? I mean, we lived through it.
I don't. We did live through it, Allan.
Yeah, it was the 80s, wasn't it?
We lived through it in the way that we were 1,000 miles away from him. And
well,
no one,
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Ohio?
And all that.
Allan says we lived through it like we fucking, like Jeffrey Dahmer knocked our asses out and we got away.
Yeah. Jeffrey Dahmer lived on my street.
Jeff.
Yeah.
Oh, buddy, Jeff from the,
he used to have
video
barbecues
store
all the time. I think I feel too good now.
Yeah,
funny fella.
Meat
dripping from the bone. Sorry.
That's terrible, man. Where was he at?
He was in Ohio, wasn't he?
Was Ohio? I thought it was
I'm
Ohio.
pretty sure he was. Like, why would all the serial killers are from Ohio, I believe. All of them. He's in Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
Milwaukee, okay.
So, a cold
Close
world.
enough.
Same thing.
I want to look this up and make sure that
I don't want to say that.
I want to get it right the way they killed him.
He killed him by shoving a broomstick up his butt.
Yeah, they shoved the broomstick up his ass.
Yes, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah.
Can't wait to get to that episode.
They
said everyone. I said all the ladies who are like idolizing him now.
Yeah, I do remember that.
What I was saying is, so my neighbor up here, he's been building like an RV, like over the years I've lived here. I keep seeing like it's out because he puts it out front, and so he's like adding wood to it and all this shit, like every weekend doing something.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, well, that's really cool. He's like building his own RV. Wow, that's pretty pimp. Then like the other day we drive by, it's not an RV, Fred. Guess what it is? It's a mobile fucking picture studio.
Oh, for real?
Like, yeah, dude. But I was like, that's pretty pimp. And he like turned it like it's old RV looking thing.
Yeah.
That's why I was like, it's kind of weird because it's not humongous. But and like a pull behind trailer, like, you know what I'm saying?
So like, does he like what family portraits? Like,
I have no fucking
glamour shots.
Well, he just had it out and was like set. It was like all set up with all the tassels and hats and stuff in front of it.
Oh, okay. So like
at a party, like you go to a party.
At a party.
Not like a party that we would go to, but like a party when you're cool, Fred, and they're like, hey, look at this.
Yeah,
bubbles everywhere.
Yeah, bubbles.
Yeah, there's fucking bubbles. These bubbles are classy, Fred. You didn't know that?
That's what you're talking about, Fred.
What? Pitchfork?
Yeah, the pitchfork.
Yes, the pitchfork.
He
and
ain't
bubbles.
coming in today. He's out.
No, he's done for the day. That's great. I'm glad to hear that. He's starting to the Lord of Darkness is starting to outweigh his welcome.
Yeah,
or outstay his welcome. Where he's like, hey, what's up, guys? Just hanging out. I'm like, wait, you're not on the show, Lord of Darkness.
I wasn't.
Like, so we can do a reaction video together, bros. Let's react to somebody reading the Bible together.
Come on, man. Why you gotta read that book?
He's still pissed at you, Fred. But so dude, yeah. So it's just been a crazy week, as every week is.
Right.
But I don't know, man. I'm happy it's fall though.
Yeah, dude. It's coming in quick.
We get, we'll see what happens. I don't know. It may not be fall.
What do you mean?
It's never fall.
It's fall,
It
man.
dark quick now.
No, not anymore.
Yeah.
It goes from like heat to cold and dead. And then we all die.
Well, it's like opposite early summer. Like where it's cool in the morning and then it's
warm in the afternoon.
fire and
The BLC weather report is brought to you by lack of topics to talk about for a second.
it's gonna be cool in the morning and it's on fire in the afternoon.
Every day. Welcome to the South Carolina. So, there it is. Thank you for that, Allan. That really helps. We'll take a quick break and we'll be right back with some more of the Black Lincoln Collective podcast.
The Black Lincoln Collective podcast will return after a word from our sponsors.
Welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective podcast. Now, ladies and gentlemen, sit down, sit back and relax, and get ready for another edition of the Black Lincoln Collective's Overly Dramatic Theater. This week, we take you to a bathroom stall in Great Britain. The scene is set. Now enjoy the show.
I just shoved a whole stick of salted butter up my asshole. Now it is currently melting inside of me. I will report back with results when it is fully melted.
7 minutes later.
Okay, so I was able to get most of it in the bowl. Here's how I'll describe the experience. It feels great going in, then quickly becomes unpleasant. Once it fully melts, it becomes unmanageable, and it will literally leak out of you. I wrote the original post laying on my back, and as soon as I sat up, I realized I was in trouble. Some of the butter got on my mattress. I tried to take it to the kitchen, but that wasn't happening. The bathroom was closer. I got most of it in the bowl, but it sort of exploded out of me. And now there's butter everywhere in the bathroom. I wasn't expecting it to burn like hell. Coming out of my asshole is on fire. It fucking hurts. It's probably because of the salt. I am on the verge of crying. This can absolutely become a form of torture. Also, I think the butter in its melted state tricks your body into thinking that you have diarrhea. Because it sent me into horrible contractions, and now I'm spewing diarrhea like crazy. I think I triggered something. The butter is really oily. There is an upside. The inside of my ass feels super soft. But there is also a downside. It is impossible to get rid of the oily feeling. I am going to have to take a shower. I cannot keep wiping and wiping and wiping and still see melted butter on the paper towels.
And scene. I hope that was the scene. We'll be right back in a second because I'm going to need to promote it for that. Allan, you got to look at this. You got to watch this shit and like read it before it goes on the air. I didn't realize this was going to be ass butter in the episode. I also wasn't aware Morgan Freeman was going to be part of this. So we'll be right back with the Black Lincoln Collective. With like, what the fuck are we doing now? All right. Oh my God.
All right, party's over. Everyone go home.
You're listening to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast.
So welcome back to the Black Lincoln Collective Podcast. Sorry, we had to issue Morgan Butterman out of the office. or Usher, sorry, not issue. Usher Morgan Butterman out of the office, back into his limousine to go back to the store to get more.
Yeah, we only had $10 worth of time for him.
$10 worth of time and $4 worth of butter. It's all it takes, bro. It's all it takes to tell the story, to paint a picture. It certainly did paint a picture, and it certainly was dramatic in the grossest way that anything's ever been dramatic.
Bleak picture.
Yeah, country crime.
It was not great.
I hate it for that guy.
I would
Why
not.
would you do that?
Why would you do that is my question as
Why
well.
would you do
Because, like, I mean, I guess you're into it or you just wanted to see. Like, I don't know. I feel like shit like that happened a lot before,
It's
like,
for
the internet.
content.
Well, no, but I know it is now, but I feel like before there was, like, the internet and, like, really even television,
Right.
shit like that happened all the time.
Well,
You
curiosity.
have anything else to do.
Yeah.
You know, like,
you like just
Stick
you'll
some
play
butter up your
stickball
ass.
or, like,
stick
some butter up your
butter
ass.
up your-
What do I want to do? I want to go to the park with Tommy and Tammy? No. I got a fresh stick of butter. Just call them my name.
Mom just bought a whole 6-pack.
Yeah. I don't even know. Like back then, though, it was like, oh, we have food. This is the greatest day. And we'll just eat just butter. I don't know, man. I just think people's curiosity.
She's over there. She used to eat butter, raw butter.
Oh yeah, all the time because that's how it
Believe
was.
it's not butter.
One time I caught Jack behind. We were like, we couldn't find him. This one was like, he was like 2. We couldn't find him, and we were looking around the house. And all of a sudden, I found we had like a chair that was kind of like catty cornered. And I was like, it's the only place it could be. We've looked everywhere else. And I look back there, and he's back there with fucking stick of butter in his hand. Like, he's going to town on it. It was so gross. And then he's like, "Here, Dad," and like try to give me the butter. And I'm like, I don't want that ever. Like, butter grosses me out. Like the feeling.
Really?
Like I know it. The taste of it is great.
Okay.
And the way that it makes things
taste
better is great.
Yeah.
But the feeling of it, like in your hand, is like.
Right. My wife's like this. She can't touch meat.
Yeah.
Like, she don't like touch raw meat.
I know. So you're married.
And I'm like, what about this? But no, I'm sorry. she can't touch raw meat. Like, so I gotta make all the hamburger patties. I gotta make the meatloaf.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I gotta fry the chicken. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know, that's how it. That's the job of a man, Fred.
There you go.
Back in the day, you'd have to butcher them too.
Hey,
but now thankfully we don't have to do that.
It's coming. It's coming back, man.
Yeah, it is.
It's coming back. I've seen more people with chickens in their yards than I've ever seen, man.
Sure. Well, no, because it saves money in the long run. I mean, like, I don't even know how much it costs to have chickens. If only we had someone we knew that had chickens in their yard, and they could tell us that it made more money or cost more money to have chickens.
Well, my
grandfather, he got chickens in his yard.
Allan has chickens in his yard.
I did.
You got chickens in your yard. Yeah.
That's why I hinted so lightly at it.
Good job, man. It was right over my head.
Buddy got a hold of the chickens. That was it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Chickens? They did not pay for themselves, Fred. There's your answer. Moving on.
That actually costs money.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I can't.
I was gonna get me some chickens, man. Like
I thought about.
We used to get out of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You get eggs.
Oh yeah, the eggs are good.
Yeah, they're good. Yeah.
But they're trying to get me to get a bunny, and we're never going to get a bunny rabbit.
Nah, I don't get no
never
damn
in a
bunny.
million years will we get a bunny rabbit.
Damn bunny.
They're like, it would just have to be just a bunny. And I'm like, one bunny becomes 73 bunnies.
So
Exactly.
Bunny love. So like this past spring, we went to the fair, and my son wanted goldfish.
Yeah,
I'm like,
still alive?
Like a month ago, it died. We went to this.
That's pretty impressive.
It really was. You know what I'm saying?
I think goldfish used to live longer when we were kids, though.
I don't know, but when we were kids, we just had the little bowl.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they just
that's all they
swim
need.
around that little bowl. My wife went and bought like a 20-gallon tank for like one goldfish.
That's what, yeah.
I was
like they need room to move around. I'm like,
yeah, man.
It's a fish. We shouldn't even have this fish.
Yeah, we should not have
had
that fish. And then like somebody he knew went to the fair and got a fish, but the mom was like, "You ain't keeping that fish." And
she gave him the fish.
Yeah, she gave him the fish. So we had two.
Now
and
you got
the
a
second
whole
one died
aquarium.
first. The second one died first. And then but the kids were sad about it, and my wife was like, "Well, we'll go to PetSmart and get you another fish." And I'm like, "Goldfish, cool, $2-3.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
She come back with two $25 fish.
Yeah.
What you get, piranhas?
No, she got these tiny little.
Fish are expensive, dude.
They
I murdered a fish once, Fred.
Like disco fish. One's green and one's blue, but they like glistening. But I was like $25. You could have got 5 goldfish for like,
which would have died immediately.
Half of the money. You know what I'm saying?
You could have brought home some Long John Silvers.
Yeah, and them kids don't care
That's
about
the size of Long John Silver's fish nowadays.
The last time they looked at them fish was the day we bought them.
Oh yeah, they don't care.
Yeah,
or they'll look at it and be like, "Oh yeah, those are fish," because that's what you do. You're like, "Hey, a fish."
Yeah.
All right. Like,
This
what do
is
you
there.
like? They don't interact with you in any way. And like on your best day, you're like, "The fish looked at me."
Yeah.
Hooray! I guess like the fish looked at me
because he was hungry. You know what I'm
right?
saying?
Because he's
That's
like,
right.
"Aren't you the one that you're the one that's always here?" Daddy?
Feed
fish.
me. Yeah.
I feel like it's cruel to have fish. Like, I don't know what fish would do otherwise. Like, really, if they would like live their life.
Fish.
I watched Finding Nemo too many times to want to fish. Because now I'm like, oh, see, like that took the fish from his family.
Yeah.
Because everything has a family.
Yeah.
The blanket has a family in my house now. Everything has a family. No, like, oh, you ate the tacos family. And I'm like, yes, I did. And I'll eat it too.
And guess where it's coming out?
I'm like, guess what? I hate that family. I hate the taco family. I hate them.
Taco.
Oh, there goes Allan.
Hey.
No, Fred. Well, one time you may or may not know this. I had to imply, or what do you call it? I had to apply the death sentence to a fish.
Oh.
So a buddy of mine, we used to have a fish tank, and I don't even know where we got it. I think Matt had it, and when we moved to our old house, and we had we bought some fish or whatever, put some fish in there. That was cool. Everything was fine in the fish world. That's what fish do, is just swim around and be fish.
Right.
And then one of our other friends gave us this fish, and they were like, "We're pretty sure it'll be fine with the other fish." This fish, I swear to God, Fred, was like a bag of muscles. It was like too strong. Like it looked like a bicep, like if it was like a curled bicep of a fish. And I was like, that fish looks mad as shit, like it's on steroids. And so that fish came into my fish tank
Bully fish.
and started killing other fish.
Did it?
Yeah, so he started killing these fish. And then one day I was like, he killed like 4 fish and just chopped them up.
Gangster.
And I was like, dude, and I was vegan at the time. So it was very hard for me to make this decision. But I was like, you know what? I can't handle this anymore. This fish is a mass murderer. He's got to go.
You flushed it down the toilet?
I hunted it. No, Fred. That'd have been too good for him. And Peter's probably going to push back on this. So remember to tweet the show at BLC, twitter.com/BLC World, or Facebook.com BLC Podcast. Patreon us. If you want to hear more about fish murder, Patreon us. So what I did, Fred, is I started taking shit out, and fish started hiding because he knew the judgment's hand was coming for him. I finally caught him in the net.
God.
He was like, "Oh no!" And all the other fish were like going to the other side of the tank from him, and they're like, "Nope, fuck this. There's some shit going down over here." And I don't blame them. I was like, "Those are smart. Those are good fish. You're not. You're bad fish."
My fish.
So what I did, Fred, is I took him out. I took him out of the thing. And I left him in some water. And then I was like, what should I do? because, due process, fair trial, right to a fair trial. Even a fish has a right to a fair trial, Fred. And I was like, all right, on the charge of killing like 4 fish, I sentenced you to death, right? And then I was like, so do I just flush him down the toilet or what? Or do I chop him into a million pieces? And I was like, I can't chop him into a million pieces. That's cruel and unusual punishment. So what I did, Fred, I let, what'd you say?
Dump him on the street.
Well, sort of. No. So what I decided to do instead was I let him die out of the air. I poured him out into the sink, and just let him die of natural causes from the air. And then I flushed his ass down the toilet because that was a proper punishment. I couldn't let him go kill and victimize more fish out there, Fred. He was the Jeffrey Dahmer of fish, Fred.
That fish is still alive.
That fish is dead.
He was faking it. He was faking being
He was not
dead.
faking this. He was not making this shit. His little muscly ass. Dead.
Yo, get your little muscly ass.
Get your muscly ass out of here, fish. I hate you. Hated that
Get your
fish.
little muscly ass out of here.
Dude, that fish, that fish made me say some bad words that you didn't even know I could say, and I didn't even know I could say them. And that's what reminds me that now it's time for everyone's favorite new segment, Fred. We'll see how this goes today. We'll see. We'll see. It's time for Allan's curse word of the week. Swear word corner is what it's called. Allan's swear word corner.
Swear word corner.
/ curse word of the week.
Well, the word of the week is go yourself.
That's not a word, Allan. That's
It's a phrase.
It's a phrase.
Oh, it's a
It could be
word.
a sentence.
I just need a word.
Just one word. It's one curse word.
One curse word. That's all you need?
That's all I need.
Ass.
So close. So close, Allan. You did you left the ass part in and dropped the whole part on that one. So really close though.
You
All right, let me try this one more time. He
bleeped the hole.
That's better. Better, closer, warmer. All right, so that was Allan's swear word of the week. What I thought was going to happen is Allan was going to give us an exotic swear word.
Oh,
we
it
can
is
guess.
Okay, I'll give you an exotic one.
You need to use it in a sentence so that the listener at home can
So now
guess.
you want a phrase.
Yeah, now
Well, no. I want him to say the curse word.
I'll give you a
Now
phrase.
you want a phrase.
Now you want
That's better. Phrase.
hole.
Okay. So, listeners at home, tweet the show at twitter.com/BLC World or BLC Podcast on Facebook or Patreon or YouTube and tell us, what do you think Allan's swear word of the week was? We'll make sure to let you know on social media.
Wait, I thought you wanted a phrase.
Well, and then you did it. You did the thing we were supposed to do.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Make up your mind. Is it a
your
word
mind.
or is it a phrase?
It is both. Things can be more than one thing. A swear word is a word, but a sentence is a number of words
That's
in a sentence. It's not. It's just real life, Allan.
okay.
You can be anything you want to be in nowadays.
Okay.
So take that.
And it be
Don't forget, Fred.
what?
It's time. It's everybody's favorite season.
What?
It's Locktoberfest. Locktoberfest, Fred. Locktober. It's where in Ireland. Is that where? Yeah. Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster, is celebrated. Locktoberfest.
Locktoberfest? Oh,
I don't know if that's real or not.
I
I feel
wanna
like
know
it should
if
be.
Why you don't just keep pretending like it is?
Yeah.
I always want
Well,
to see Loch Ness Monster.
You think they're going to find that Loch Ness Monster? They're going to find that Loch Ness
I
Monster.
don't know, man. That thing.
They found it.
Did he?
Yeah.
What was it? Was it a brontosaurus?
No, it was actually
Came around asking for $350.
Yeah.
No, well, okay. So, like, we were reading this the other day. They said, like, almost 90% of the ocean has not been explored.
Right. Yeah.
But like, do you think that means there's like some crazy shit down there, or is it just like
yes?
But what do you think is down there, Fred?
Man,
do you think there's mermen?
No,
I'm a merman.
I don't think the people like people. I don't know. That maybe that's where the aliens hiding out at. I don't know.
I mean, that would be a good spot.
I mean, yeah, you can't. They would have the technology.
Well, why have they only done 10% of the oceans? That's like not that much. I mean, I don't know. There's a lot of oceans.
It's the pressure. The pressure to get down that far, you know what I'm saying? It would crush you. You know what I mean?
It wouldn't crush me. I mean, you'd send a robot.
But it'll crush the robot.
Won't crush the robot.
It will.
Do you ever think robots are going to take all the jobs one day, Fred?
They are.
All of them? Used car salesman?
They're going yeah, they already do that.
Yeah. No, but they don't not at the lot. Not like a robot at the lot.
You don't need to go to the lot. You don't need to go. You don't need to go anywhere.
Let me speak to my manager.
You don't need to go anywhere. You need to go to work.
You can buy this car at a deal.
This is the best price I can offer. My family needs to eat.
Keel strap.
It's just his head, like
future. Yeah, it's floating, like and doing like the little poofs underneath. Those a little bit.
Yeah, buy my truck.
That's funny. He's like, it's hell is November, Jay Gilstrap.
Yeah.
Now the Gilstrap bots are at every location.
I'm only helping 169 people.
My fleet of robotic heads is only going to help 169 lucky people, and the rest they will kill.
Yeah.
I am your overlord, Jay Gilstrap.
Jay Gilstrap.
So I was just thinking about that because we were talking about earlier with the robot, the self-serve, and those aren't. I don't know. I don't think those are technically robots, but like, I don't think robots could do all the jobs.
Like, what's the job that you think?
Well, like, what's a job a robot couldn't do?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, maybe a burrito.
Why?
They can make a burrito.
I don't know because I feel like but could a robot make a burrito in the same manner that a person makes a burrito?
Well,
because like a burrito, there's an art.
They would make it better because you would get properly proportioned ingredients throughout your whole burrito
until you don't, and the robot explodes, and your burrito's gone forever, Fred.
Well, then,
no human is going to explode while making a burrito.
Then they'll send in another robot to come in. Fix
but how will I get my burrito, man?
I'll upgrade
it. They'll have multiple burrito
to get my
making robots. They got multiple burrito making robots. It's not just one burrito making robot for everybody.
This is
everybody loves
Cocaine Bear all over again. How's the first burrito robot after it explodes going to tell the other guy like, "Oh, I fucked up this guy's burrito"?
You won't have to. You have to tell that robot that.
How am I going to tell? They'll make me pay for it. Robots are not easily fooled, Fred. I can't just tell the robot, hey, robot 1X over there.
I'm telling you.
Said for me to do this, the robot's going to be like, oh, that guy's cool. All right. Like, it doesn't work that way.
By the time it's over with, you're going to be sitting back in the chair and there's going to be a robot firing burritos into your mouth.
I don't like the sound of that either. I don't like the sound of that at all.
They be like, here is your burrito, catch. And they'll fire it across the room at an arc.
You to death by burrito. And who made that burrito, Fred? A person.
A robot. Robot made that burrito.
Well, yeah, but there's some jobs that you have to like make decisions. And I mean, I guess maybe one day robots.
I don't know.
Like,
AI can make decisions.
No, AI can be programmed to make decisions. The one that was sentient, they cut that shit off.
Did they really?
Well, they fired the guy who like called it out.
Turned it on.
Yeah, who said like, I think this shit is like getting too smart for itself, and they were like, "Oh yeah, you're fired." I'm like, we'll just leave this one over here. Like, robot 1X.
It's crazy because like the version of the Roomba that we have in our house is the iRobot.
Yeah,
I was like, what the fuck? Didn't you see the movie?
iRobot. Like, yeah.
What came first, iRobot or the movie?
I think that they came in the book. I think iRobot was a book before it was a movie.
A book. Yeah, it was a book.
So probably the book came before the robot vacuum, if I had to guess.
So why would you name your?
Because you can.
Why would you name your company iRobot?
Because people didn't.
When you see what
books. People who buy robotic vacuum cleaners don't read books, Fred.
Is there a Skynet?
It could be.
Yeah.
Like a real Skynet? Is there a real Skynet? Is that Starlink?
That's what they were talking about. Is like,
you know what I'm saying?
Like that was the plan. Hey, don't forget to follow us on Facebook at BLC Podcast or twitter.com/BLC World. Tell us if you think we're going to be taken over by zombie fucking satellites or whatever.
Zombie satellite robot monsters.
Yeah.
Well, no. And so and I'm not I don't push conspiracy theories by any means, but I saw that someone was saying the reason Jeff Bezos bought Roomba, like Amazon bought Roomba, is they're now
map your house.
Know where your house is. They're gonna map your shit.
Map your fucking house out.
That's so crazy. But why?
But not far fetched.
No, but why?
Because so you saw
they could look at my house. There's only 74,000 of my house everywhere, and they're they don't have to map it individually. That just seems like a lot of work.
But I'm saying some people do restorations or something. You might cut the floor out, dig you a subterranean basement. You know what I'm saying?
So they're we need to know that, and the Roomba's going to tell them.
Dude,
the Roomba's going to be
look how
check it out, Jeff.
Got them shits.
Hello, Jeff. He's got us up to
They store that shit in the database, man. And
for what cause though?
For whatever cause may be necessary. Just
is Amazon going to declare war on the world?
I don't know. Maybe could. It wouldn't be far fetched. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody said Jeff Bezos just bought China, or
I don't know what I'm saying. I think that countries are worth more than he has. Maybe not all countries.
Hey,
but
maybe today.
Well, yeah, but it's going to go up. He's never going to be oh, now I have no money to buy a country. They're oh, well, you got China. And he's everybody out. He's sorry, this is Bezos land. You're out.
It's
no more Chinese speaking.
Trump's gonna buy China because it's already got a wall around it.
A beautiful wall.
It's the best wall. You can see it from space. It's huge.
I just it's so funny. I don't know, man. I don't know what you could buy with $180 billion or however much he has now.
I mean,
a yacht.
Well, yeah, you could buy a yacht.
I mean, but that's small though. He's got yachts. I mean,
but how would you make money if you bought I guess taxes and shit.
What are you talking about? If you bought it like a country?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
what'd you make?
Country make shit. You know what I mean?
I guess that's true.
I mean, they make shit, exports.
Right.
Why would he want to do that when he's got Amazon doing, other countries making it and he's distributing it? So there's no point in him buying a country.
Right. Because
he probably owns an island somewhere,
I'm sure.
I'm not saying it's Bezos, but somebody's gonna try to take over the damn world here in the next 10 years.
Yeah, me.
Somebody's gonna try to take over the damn world.
Yeah, but how are they gonna who?
I don't know.
One guy?
Yes.
Who? Yeah, it's not gonna be one guy. It's gonna be a coalition. It's gonna be
all the rich people.
It's gonna be something like that. Maybe a couple countries.
Well, because it could be
maybe China, Russia, and North Korea get together and be yo, let's see what we can do.
This comedy podcast is taking a fucking weird turn tonight, guys.
Let's see what
where it's now Fred's conspiracy world.
Hey, we used to do that.
Conspiracy corner.
Yeah, conspiracy corner or
everything's corner for us.
Post-apocalyptic.
Yeah, I was thinking about bringing that back, and I guess we did. But normally you're yeah, all right. This is this shit is about to happen. You're all gonna die.
It's about to go down, boy. It's about to go down. Better get your guns up.
Shoot your Roomba and build your subterranean basement before Amazon finds out.
You saw that? Did you? What was that? Love, Death, and Robots. The episode where the Roomba came after the lady.
Yeah. But that Roomba was crazy.
That Roomba was wild. I mean, that's what happens when you get ridiculous. Robots fixing robots.
That one was ridiculous, though.
Yeah.
Of all of them, that might have been the most ridiculous one. Right. It's hard to say that, but it was.
That was a good show.
It was a good show. Yeah. Yeah. Which brings us to this week's. What you watching, Fred? Anything at all?
What you watching? We about to start watching I think it's season 5 of Handmaid's Tale.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Follow Grifflid. What's her name? Ingrid.
Alfred.
Is that a real name?
Alfred. Well, they're all off. Like and then their second name is their master's name. So her master's name's Fred.
Oh, okay.
Fred.
Oh, that's why you like it.
Yeah, it's like that guy.
Yeah, finally got some power up in this bitch.
That super conservative.
I love it. That shit. I think that's more likely than somebody jumping up, fucking taking over the world or trying to. So, do you think they'll be successful in taking over the world, or do you think that it will not?
That's yet to be seen. It depends on how many people.
Will they buy people? Like, will they be like, "Hey, if you want to come take over the world with me, I'll pay you $25 an hour." And you're like, "Hey, all right."
Hey, I mean, that's people get behind people that. Oh shit! Allan.
Sure. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? With crazy ideas and speeches and stuff like that, they get behind those folks. And
I like to tell people at work because again, we do marketing, we try to come up with ideas and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. And they're like, "This is a dumb idea," and I'm like, "Listen, I need you to think of someone." Well, I was like, "You need to think of someone who is of what you would consider someone to be of average intelligence." So, like, think about it for a second. If you had someone that you're like, this guy is of average intelligence,
right.
Like think about him and then realize that literally half the people in the world are dumber than that guy by a long shot. Like you have to think like that a dumb idea is not the worst idea. If you can target 50% of the people right off the get, and that's just turn a few, not even smart ones,
right?
Medium ones,
medium average.
Yeah, just turn them and you're golden.
Yeah.
And you take over the world with a bunch of
take over every single night, Pinky.
That's right. Yeah. Never do that. Well, Fred, so it is October. The leaves are changing.
Right.
I don't know. The leaves are changing. You like leaves? Are you like a leaf guy? Like where you like? I mean, I think go to the apple orchard and I can drink some apple cider.
I really don't even. I mean, I think it's pretty. You know what I'm saying? It is.
I mean, it is pretty, but do you like make it a point to like drive? We're gonna drive.
I always wanted to. I wanted to, but like I haven't followed through with it yet. You know what I'm saying? I need to go ahead and do that.
Follow through, huh?
I need it because fall is my.
Always fall through today. They're always falling through.
I did that. We did do that one time. My wife, we went. She was pregnant with my first son, and doctor told us you need to walk. Try to get the
let's take a 6-hour car ride into the wilderness where if something were to happen, there's nothing we can do.
Bad. I took her up the state, not Paris Mountain. Yeah, Paris Mountain State.
Beep it, Allan. You're supposed to beep it.
But anyway, we went up there.
So you walked around.
We walked around. I saw like a little quarter-mile trail. I was like, we'll walk that and then, come back to the car. Got lost up in that bitch.
Oh, no.
She's like 7 months pregnant. And like the next like trail marker I see is like 20 miles to the. I was like, what?
That's the worst.
I didn't know what to do. I was like, I don't know if I should keep going or backtrack. You know what I'm saying? And
she's still there to this day.
She's still there. She's like,
I called 911, airlifted my ass out of there, and said, "Figure it out, honey."
We did. I think we did backtrack because we crossed the road that goes up the mountain.
Yeah,
and I was like, "Just stay here. I'll go get the car."
Yeah, I would have been like, "Nope, time to turn around."
All the way down the mountain. It took me like another 25 minutes just to get to the car.
Hey, but you got there.
Yeah, I got there.
You left your pregnant wife on the side of the road?
On the mountain
again. And this wasn't the first time.
She could not. I could not make her walk back down that.
Well, no. Why you like?
Yes.
And whose idea? Just be honest with me, Fred. And she doesn't listen, so it's fine.
Right.
Whose idea was it to do this? Was it your idea or was it her idea?
No, it was her idea.
Okay, because you would never be like, let's voluntarily walk.
Right.
Like, I mean, I would be honest. Like, if there's not something at the end of it, I'm like, why would I just to walk? Just like the reason is just to walk around.
Just to walk around.
Like, I can do that in the neighborhood and they're like, yeah, but you can look at stuff. And I'm like, I can look I can do that too. Like I can do any of those things.
Yeah, just wait till you get the whole the sidewall monitor.
Yeah,
you can, you know how you make it look like a window, like it's looking outside.
Exactly.
You don't have to go anywhere.
Yeah, just
it can be fall every day.
Right,
every day be fall.
I can be like these fucking leaves every day.
Hey, the good thing about that, you ain't gotta rake them.
It's true. That's true. I only have like one tree in my front yard,
dude.
So it only has like 7 leaves. It's pretty great.
I got no trees, but my neighbors do, and
it's the curse.
I got a huge oak tree, and I swear it's 50 million leaves.
At least.
It's at least
nope.
50 million leaves, dude.
All right, Fred, my BLC challenge to you.
I thought you said my black ass.
No, I was gonna say my Black Lincoln Collective, but my BLC challenge to you, Fred, this week is to count every leaf on that oak tree. Just stand down there, stand under and count. And viewers and listeners, you just tweet the show at twitter.com/BLC World and just tell us how many you think leaves there are on it.
It's so funny because I live out in the country. I haven't got rid of the leaves from last year.
Yeah, why would you?
I mean, I raked them up and I put them in a pile, but they still sitting in that pile.
They're just waiting to join their friends.
I don't want to burn them. It's too smoky. It's too smoky. You know what I mean?
What? Mr. Bonfire?
No, I'll do a bonfire, but like just burning leaves. Have you ever burnt leaves?
Yeah.
They smolder and smoke.
Yeah,
you know
leaves are scary to burn because they also fly up in the air and like.
Yeah, well, I don't care about that.
180-foot bonfire.
That's cool.
Around.
You know what I mean?
That would have taken care. If you set a bonfire under that oak tree, it'll take care of the leaves for next year.
Yeah, it will.
And maybe a few years after that.
Yeah, for real.
All right. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here. It's a fall evening. I'm going to go play out naked in the leaves. So thank you guys for listening. We'll be back next week with Polk County Pop Playing book author and some other shenanigans. So thanks for listening. We'll see you next week, everybody. Say goodnight, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
I'll see you later, Allan.
I'll see you later. Oh, yeah. Wait. Eric, thinking about you, brother.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Eric. Yeah. You told me that one. I just led the show off with it.
There you go.
Eric, go get him, buddy.
Yes.
Fight.
Love ya.
Yeah.
Get him.
And everybody who's fighting. Let's keep fighting.
There you go.
Fuck him. Fight him.
Fart him.
Are laughing. And we are very good friends. Good buddy, sharing a special moment.
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Just hang loose, blood. She's gonna catch up on the rebound on the med side.
Get to the chopper! Oh, what a day. What a day.
Well, that's all, folks.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Goddamn hip. Can't say goddamn. Don't worry, nobody's listening anyway.
As you know, I'm a man of special needs.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Thank you for your cooperation. Good night.
This conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Goodbye.
Stay classy, San Diego.